When we did that, actually, it reminds me of something that TMG does. I don't know if you really like, keep up with them or watch them, but they do like a thing called they say like wonky slosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that reminds me.
Wonky slosh.
I don't know if that's. I never saw like the original context of it, but it's just funny.
I might have to switch these.
Switch. Oh,
I could just do it like this. It's fine.
I might have to switch seats. You just like.
I might have
me
to switch
over.
seats.
Just push me off.
Dude, I might have to switch seats. I'm not kidding. I might have to switch
I
seats.
start sweating. Okay. You want me to like take your spot?
Yeah, I might have to switch seats. You could sit on my lap. Dude, at one point in time, we should make like a cut where it's like, okay, just get situated. Oh, and like you're like sitting here, and we're like, oh. Because it would make
or
no
just,
sense.
like, at the very beginning,
Something
like,
that makes no sense.
At the very beginning, I'm like sitting on your lap, and I'm like whispering in your ear or something, and then it just cuts to us just doing the podcast like normal.
like nothing.
Nothing happened. Like we don't like bring attention to it, just like just like.
And then, yeah, man. So,
oh, dude, I had a shitty day today.
that'd be pretty funny.
We're not even wearing the same clothes either. Like,
Oh, it's completely. So it's like a different day or something.
I'm like in one of those like those wrestling unitards for some reason.
Dude, I have just this shirt. I have like this cut-off shirt with like fringe, like sparkly fringes on the bottom.
Do you not still
Make
have
you
your
look real
wrestling
fruity. I don't think so.
No,
Why would I fucking keep that?
just sweaty old fucking rag.
Imagine me going to like the gym wearing it.
Dude, have you ever seen anybody like that?
Yeah, in fact, I had like a competition once where I had to wear a unitard.
Well, competition's different. I feel like that's,
Like a lifting comp.
yeah, that's more for like show though. I mean like someone just going to the gym on their own time, ever wearing like a unitard.
I've seen it.
Really?
Because some people use it to prep for like a show. So like if they're getting ready to do a show, they want to like wear it so they're used to it or something. I don't know.
That makes sense, yeah.
But at the same time, it really doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't change anything.
I like to run with the same like type of clothing. I don't like to like say like wear a tank top. I don't like wearing a tank top because they bounce whenever you run. It's just like
So
uncomfortable.
like, well, okay, so, but like when I'm lifting, I'm not gonna lift every day in a fucking unitard.
Right.
Is that what it's called? A unitard?
Yeah. You think you're being offensive?
No. It's just I feel like that's not the name.
No, that's what it's called.
Unitard.
Yeah, I actually have a fridge magnet, like that I got my brother a long time ago for Christmas when we were kids. It's like an Adventure Time, and it says hooded, skin tight unitards. I don't know what it is, but it's just like a guy in a unitard. I think it's just tight bodywear. I don't think it necessarily has to be. It might not be unitard. I'm thinking about it. I feel like there's a word for it.
Leotard.
Definitely not leotard.
No, that's for like ballet dancers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Reading
laughing.
It's a singlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Singlet. Fuck it. I knew there was a word for it. What's a unitard then?
I don't know, dude.
That's probably like the those really athletic people that do like the circus shit. You know, they wear
That's
those.
what they wear. Oh! It's just the one with like the one strap, isn't it?
Oh,
like those those circus people do wear those.
I figured just one because it's one piece though.
That's what I figured too. But
that's like Andre the Giant wore one of those.
Yeah, with the one strap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that would be like a unitard.
That's because he just wanted to show off his massive honker.
So do you think like what's like the re? So like if we really break down like the word, like uni is one and then tard. So what like signifies the tard?
Yeah, let's us like just kind of spitball what it could possibly mean rather than looking it up.
That's a great
That's
idea.
a great idea.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
I think the tard part has to do. Actually, no. You know what? Because in music, retard is a word. I think it's like retard or something. Retard, which means slow.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think the entire word somehow means slow.
Well, like the other day, I was driving to work and I got to work and I had to go in the exit and I was like, this is weird. Mm. And then I noticed like I went in and I went, "Hey Joe, why aren't you in the parking lot right now? They're literally retarring it right now." I was like, "Aren't you part of like the retard job?" And he
It
said,
doesn't work in that context. It doesn't even work.
"I said, dude, aren't you supposed to be out there? Because you're a
What the H-E double hockey sticks is he talking about?
He was pissed.
It's not right. Because that'd be past tense.
Yeah, it was signifying that it was already done.
The retard.
Yeah, aren't you
job.
part of the retard job?
It is a good TikTok, though. I know what you're talking about. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want that retard? Hey. That's fucking golden.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
You know what I was thinking, dude, earlier? Because I was enjoying this Dr. Pepper.
This is a sponsor.
I can't say that. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I think you legally can't say that you're sponsored.
This is a sponsor.
Dr. Pepper is one of those drinks that's just like revered by so many as like everyone fucking talks about how great it is. Like, I mean, people like drinks, right? People like Reign, people like Coke, Pepsi, whatever. But Dr. Pepper is one of those that like everybody collectively likes. Now, are you born with like a certain taste, or do you is it just kind of like developed as you go through the cycles of life,
I've been told that whatever your mother eats has like a lot to do with your taste palette while you're in the womb.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But then also when you're like a baby, like you should try, like your parents should give you as many foods as possible. That way you don't grow up like being picky. What?
I had a joke that I couldn't get it out. I was gonna say that's why my mom must have been eating a lot of fucking pussy. You know what I mean, though?
Mm-hmm.
About Dr. Pepper. You like Dr. Pepper? You a big doctor? You a Dr. Jakey? Is that what they call you?
Mm-hmm.
The Jakester?
Yeah, my boss called me doctor today.
Well, you're almost a doctor.
Not really.
I mean, like, in a way.
No?
Yeah, because, like, it's only, what, like 4 more years of school?
2.5.
That's pretty almost.
3. I'd say 3.
That's more than me. That's how many years have you been in school? Like, to get to the point where you
6.
are? 6 years more than me. I would say that I'm not close to getting a doctorate.
I don't know if I ever will. Maybe.
Why? I thought that's what you talked about. You talked about that's what you wanted.
No, I think it would just be to like be like, yeah, I'm a fucking doctor. Has
Right.
nothing to. I mean, it depends. I don't plan on being in the field that long. Hopefully, like I make it big doing some motherfucking shit. Something I want to do.
I looked at the camera for
I saw you out of my peripheral.
peripheral. All right.
Paraphilia.
Paraphernalia.
Pedophile.
Speaking of pedophiles, dude,
Mm-hmm.
I saw this kid. My fucking neighbor kids, dude. My neighbors let their kids, like their 2 little boys that are like probably like 3 and 5, maybe, just run around naked, just butt naked, dude.
Outside?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
kind of weird.
It's like I remember doing that kind of when I was a kid, but it was only like when I got out, like when I was loose.
Or if you had like underwear on, like at least then it's like, oh, whatever. Or like a little bathing suit or some shit, like bathing suit, underwear. It doesn't matter, a little kid, but like letting your like little kid run around naked to
In the middle of
me
the day.
is kind of weird.
Middle of the day too, and like
Yeah, it's weird, dude. Like you have neighbors.
You know, yeah,
It's weird.
I was driving on my hill, dude, and I was driving up my hill, and I see my dad, which is like with these 2 little boys, and I was like, oh, they must have like escaped the house because they're like at the top of the hill, like by our house, just like running around naked, and my dad's just like laughing his ass off, and they're just like, and I'm like, oh, they must have gotten out, like maybe they like ran out of the house after like bath time or some shit.
Yeah.
And then I look over and I see the neighbor, like the parent, the mother, just like sitting there, like smiling, laughing. I'm like my dad's not like a fucking creep or anything, so it's like
Well, he's also had children, so it's probably not
Right.
weird. Maybe that's where like the line's drawn. If you had children, it's just like whatever. But to me, yeah, if I think that's kind of weird. I wouldn't want my children to be seen naked.
yeah, it's weird.
Like
It's just yeah, that would creep me out.
I guess it's like I'm sure like back in the day, 1800s, it was just normal. But I think it's just so out of practice now. Like it's just not common.
Still normal in like
Yeah,
third
other
world
countries and
countries,
shit. Yeah. But even then, they still wear like underwear type shit. I feel
Someti-
like
well,
sometimes.
women let their breasts out a lot in like hot countries, like African countries.
Yeah.
But that's just because it's fucking hot.
I think there's like a difference though, because I think it's like for like protection. I think that's why they wear like underwear type shit. But yeah, they definitely let like men and women their
definitely
chest out and shit.
Culture too. I mean,
Yeah.
if ladies had their like tits hanging out in our country, dude, nah, that's like asking to be, molested or some shit
Yeah, sadly.
in the public.
Sadly, no, yeah, I can't believe. I don't know, man. Like, why did that start? I think a man invented the bra, but like, why?
Where did you pull that
Maybe
from?
just for
Is
money.
that just
No, I think it's true.
in the back of your memory?
Yeah,
I believe it.
yeah. Like the creator of like Victoria's Secret's a man. He's still alive too. I think he lives in Ohio. He's like 60, like 70, maybe 70 something.
He's probably got some supported breasts too.
Probably. He probably wear. Do you think he wears like his own stuff?
Like he's got like a man bra.
Yeah,
Depends on what he looks like.
yeah. I don't know what he looks like.
What if he's like huge and he does have his own like man bra?
Mm-hmm. No, it's definitely to make money. I think like a lot of people who invent shit, first of all, are men.
Well, there's a saying. Okay, well, first, it's true. Yeah,
It's
That's
true.
true.
I
It's
mean,
just
you can't argue the
but
facts.
there's a saying: invention comes from necessity. So I don't think it's necessarily true that it's for money, because maybe in recent years, like maybe the past few decades, but
You're talking about well, like Victoria's Secret, for example, where it's like a designer bra. It's not meant for like.
well, he didn't make the bra. That's definitely money.
No, yeah. He didn't create like the first rendition of a bra. I'm sure that was made hundreds of years ago. And I understand why. That would suck. Having like
Well, if you
big fat knockers,
yeah,
because then you're
sucks
just
so bad.
well.
Suck on them.
Imagine like running around, dude, and these things are just hitting you in the face.
Well, I've heard from people that have, like, a girl has told me that has like huge tits. She was like, it just sucks because like she had to get a reduction because it hurt her back. Like she was having back problems because they were so
that
fucking
too.
heavy.
Yeah.
Which that would suck. And you would know all about that kind of for your lower half because you're those fucking massive like bowling balls that you're carrying down there.
Yeah, dude.
And I feel bad for you, but at the same time, you asked for it. Being born a pimp, you grew up a pimp.
I like condition my hand every day, the back of my hand, because this hand's been made for pimp slapping. So it's like a blessing and a curse.
You don't want to get dry after slapping some hose.
No, dude. So I have to like literally go out into the wild some days, and I have to find like these bricks and these rocks and rub my hand on them. But not only that, I have to go to the low income neighborhoods. I just have to slap the shit out of them. And it's like it's a blessing and a curse because like they know it's coming and they don't have a father figure. So
And you're the close. I mean, you're like, who's your daddy? And they're like, I don't know.
basically, yeah.
Hey,
This pimp hand gets heavy.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
not easy to support. That's why I go and I work out for my pimp hand. So
Just one hand at a time. Just doing.
only my right hand's my pimp hand.
You don't even like grab onto like a dumbbell or anything. You just like you put the dumbbell right there and you.
Right. That's why like the back of my hand's calloused really good.
Right.
From
Not from the bricks. Not from chafing on the bricks.
no, it's from slapping the kids.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, not the. But now it's a different thing again.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was from the weights, but now it's just the kids.
It's the kids, man.
I always thought. I can't remember where this thought came from, but it reminded me. You reminded me with going in the woods thing. I remember like thinking I could just like go out to the woods and just punch a tree a bunch
Mm-hmm.
and just build like crazy endurance.
Good.
Maybe I'll start.
It definitely needs to be like one of those poplar trees. That's like a softer wood.
Oh, right. Yeah, so you can like at least like think that you get a dent in it.
You can definitely like actually condition your hands by punching wood and by punching like rope and stuff like that. Like twine. Wrap like twine around a board and like punch it a bunch. Like until like your hand's like super fucking red because you don't want it to like bleed yet.
Right.
But you want to do that like every day.
Damn. I feel like it wouldn't take long for it to turn red.
Yeah. I used to do it.
Well, also, how do you know like when? Because if you say you punch it like really hard, like 2 times, if you leave it go for a little bit, it's gonna get red.
Yeah, it's not from punching hard. You just punch it like 6-inch punch, like a bunch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
a bunch of
I've
times.
never spilled anything.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, no, not today, buddy.
Such a bad habit. You know, I was just thinking about that too because I fucking at work I like bumped my hand off of something like really hard, like it was like right there, and I just like fucking just yeah, it just like made me think of how often I spill stuff. I just have terrible depth perception. We had to take a depth perception test at work for like our vision and stuff.
How do you do that?
It's like we do like
how do you do that?
You do like a vision test, right? You know,
Yeah.
a vision test where you see the color thing where you see the colors, and then there's like the fonts,
The numbers?
the colors, yeah, like the numbers and the
numbers in
see
there.
if-
Well, that's colorblind.
That's for colorblind,
Yeah.
right? And then there's the vision, which is like the fonts that get increasingly smaller.
Yeah.
And then there's a depth perception, which is like it's a circle, and then inside of the circle are 4 smaller circles, and one of those 4 smaller circles is like beveled or maybe it's
No, it's
they're all
it's
beveled. It's
blurry.
like one's smaller or some shit. And there's I think 8 or 10 levels. I made it to 2. Couldn't get 2.
Oh, okay. So
I
you
already
made it
got
past
1.
1.
I got 1.
Wow. I think I got them all.
That's where my vision is the worst. Is because I have glasses. I don't wear them because they're for like long distance. But the biggest part is the yeah.
So what does that entail? Like depth perception? Like if you went to grab something, do you miss it sometimes?
I'll give you an example. I played baseball when I was younger.
Oh, damn.
I was horrible at batting and I was horrible at catching.
Yeah.
I could throw like a motherfucker, but I could not catch. I was scared of the ball because I always missed. Like
Damn.
I'd cover my face, and I was always told not to cover my face, but it's because I didn't want to get hit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because I was scared. It was because I just couldn't like I couldn't get it. Like I was like if it was like a side one, I could get that, but even that was kind of risky because it's just like my distance was terrible.
Yeah.
And like it's hard to explain. It's just something that because I'm so accustomed to it that like to me it's normal. But until I first put on glasses for the first time, I was like, yeah, wow, this is a whole new world. I don't even see that bad. It's just the depth perception, and I never realized that until I took that test at work, and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
You good at tests? You good, when you were in school, taking tests, you good at those?
Taking a little turn, okay?
No, a little test.
Little tests.
Yeah, no turns. Just like a test in school.
No. Not even like an Arctic tern, like one of those birds. Am I good at taking tests? Like, are you
Yeah.
serious? You want me to?
Yeah, you ever good at tests? I was never good at tests.
I was.
I was good at like standardized testing, like hours worth of tests, but like I would always rush through them. That was my problem.
Like the SAT type stuff.
No, SAT,
Well, I don't know what standard. You mean like the
PSSAs. Remember those?
Yeah. Those are always
When
like
you were a
super
kid?
general though.
Yeah,
So like it was like
I was
feel like those
really
were
good
kinda
at
easy.
those.
I think those were kind of easy.
Yeah,
Like the subject ones though, I like. You have like a strong subject or something.
yeah.
So I was
Science and math for
I was
me.
just gonna skip it.
Yeah,
Science and
science and math.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at like English because it was boring.
I mean, it's one of the best subjects. I'm just kidding. I was good at English though. I was good at,
I don't know how you're good at English.
Later English.
See,
Well,
if
writing.
somebody
I was good at
somebody
writing.
watched one of our previous podcasts, I think I remember you stating that you used to be in like the stupid English, like the dumb kid English.
No,
No?
I was in the stupid science.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I was in regular classes for pretty much everything except for science. I was in dumb science, and I was only in dumb science because I was dumb when it came to science. So
Dude, science is hard. Like physics, I was not good at that shit.
physics was the very last thing I took senior year. That sucked, dude.
Shit's hard, man.
Hard and also like Yeah, just hard. Yeah, I was gonna say like boring, but I mean it's boring because it's
I think
hard.
it's boring, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, also I mean, I think all I never had like fun doing a school subject unless it was like an elective or something. So
Yeah,
I
true.
wouldn't say any of it's exciting.
Yeah.
But did you? What kind of electives did you do?
When?
Like
In
like,
high school?
Yeah, like the kind of electives that like most people didn't do. I'm not talking about the like wood shop. Like a lot.
Yeah,
of,
I did
lot of
wood
guys,
shop,
A lot of
yeah.
guys did wood shop.
In gym?
That's not
What a-
elective, is it?
I don't know.
I don't think gyms.
I
think
took
you had to-
summer gym mostly. Health class.
So you could.
What the fuck were the electives, dude? Oh, art class. Oh, home ec. Yeah, home ec.
Ec. So you, just
I was
so
a
you could
home
get
ec
some
guy.
food, and they go to. Didn't you go to France or something?
France?
Yeah.
No, I never went.
Really? I thought there was like
No.
a field trip for the home ec.
That's
kit. Wait,
crazy,
no,
dude.
That's the international foods was what it was.
I did that.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't go on a
we
trip
went.
for that?
No, we went to Hibachi Steakhouse.
That's pretty
And
dope
that was
too.
stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
No, it was cool, but it's like, hey, let's go teach you about like a culture. And we went to a Hibachi Steakhouse. I'm like, really? This is the best you got? Come on.
That's where we. That's the first time that we hung out outside of work was at a steakhouse.
Ooh. Yeah, I was late.
Yeah.
I don't remember why.
You had a fucking motorcycle too. What happened to
Yeah.
that?
Got sold.
Why?
Wasn't being ridden enough.
Oh, I would have rode it.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe that wasn't the first time, but it was one of the first times.
I think it might have been the first time.
And I was a little tipsy too, because I had one of those like volcano drinks.
Oh,
It was like
yeah,
this
I
giant
remember.
glass. It was
Yeah, dude.
orange-
And nobody was fucking talking. Everybody was like,
Well,
because everybody was fucked up.
yeah,
Except
two,
for me.
Two people were fucking blasted.
Yeah.
One person was just like is just socially awkward. then
Yeah.
then you and I were on the opposite ends of the table. So yeah, it was just quiet.
Yeah, true. And I didn't know you that well back then.
I think we hung out like one time before that.
Did we?
Yeah,
Where? At your house?
we went there and we talked about D&D.
Hmm.
Because that's how we started talking was D&D. Was I walked up
excuse
to you where you were probably fucked up at work, probably like hungover or some shit. Because you were just like just like sitting there.
I think I was loading cards into the fucking
Right.
packages.
Right, and I walked over and I was like, "Hey, man, play D&D?" You're like, "No." I was like, "All right." I walked away, and then like as I was walking away, you're like, "What's it about?" And then we just fucking started talking for how long, and then I was like, "Yeah, pretty much the same." That's pretty much how I met Caleb too. Same thing.
Huh.
And then we hung out outside of work, and then became friends, and then it all kind of D&D is what brought us together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because, yeah, if we weren't playing D&D, if we didn't happen to be playing D&D, I mean, I'm sure we would have talked to each other eventually, but maybe. I don't know, maybe. I didn't really talk to a whole lot of people, but, yeah, we happened to be, like, trying to get, like, a group together. So I talked to you and Caleb, which were, like, the two newer, younger guys. So I was like, okay, well, let's see if these guys know anything about it. They might be interested. So that's our love story.
Dude, did you see that story earlier this week about that kid in the Bahamas?
No.
He was like this 18-year-old kid, and it was like a senior trip. So they went on this cruise in the Bahamas.
It's a
So
fucking awesome senior trip.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. But not for him. He got dared to jump off the fucking ship, the cruise ship.
Oh, I did hear about it.
And he jumped off. And then he's like the video, there's a video.
Don't you get sucked under?
I don't know. There's like a video of him, and either he got sucked under, or like you can see him swimming away from something, and in like the corner of the shot, you can kind of see like the glare of like a shark. So either he got eaten by sharks or like fucking drug under. But in the video, dude, you can hear somebody going bye bye, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's ruthless. I think they were just joking. They thought like he'd be pulled back up maybe. But they're like,
How
bye
stupid do you
bye,
have to be?
dude.
A cruise ship,
stupid
dude,
as
that's
fuck.
so fucking massive. Even if the shark didn't get him, he was going to get sucked under. There's no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, man. Well, he was never found. They called off the search like 3 days later.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. Now, I'm pretty sure that's international waters, so there's not like U.S.
3
jurisdiction,
days
so
or
they wouldn't.
2 days, because in the first 48 hours, after
Maybe it is.
48
Maybe
hours,
it's-
it's cold case.
Maybe that's what it was. But I mean, you're not going to find somebody in the ocean after a few days. 2
Either-
days, 3 days.
Either
You're
way,
not.
dude, he's dead.
Isn't that crazy? That why the fuck would you ever jump off of a cruise ship of all things
Dude, yeah.
at night? And it was at night,
$1 billion, I'd be like, no.
not even during the day, dude.
That was at
ni-
night?
It was at night.
Jesus, dude.
It was like the middle of the fucking night, dude.
That
It was
would be-
pitch black.
Even if I was guaranteed safety from the water, I'd be scared.
Yeah. Somebody threw out a life ring, like one of those flotation
buoy, yeah.
devices. Yeah. But like the ring, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
circle.
Right.
And it was like 200 feet away from him. I'm like, dude, that wasn't even fucking close. Whoever threw that was a fucking
might have been-
dumbass.
well, I
it
mean-
might have been hit by like the wind and shit
Right, I was
though.
gonna
So
say.
like, but it should be able to like coast down. And I don't know why there wasn't like a rope attached to it too. It was just
Oh, there wasn't?
No, it was just a ring.
Well, just so as long as he can stay above water, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, dude's
What are
dead.
the fucking odds a shark is out there, too?
No. You know what they said is like the people from the Bahamas, like I don't know if it was like the people who usually are in the water, if it was like the police or whoever said this, but they're like that specific part that they went through because it was right along like the northern part of this one
It's
island.
like an infamous
It's
section
infamous
sharks.
for sharks, yeah,
Jesus.
for shark infestation. A ton of sharks are there, so they're like, yeah, more than likely he got eaten by a shark. They were like so blunt about it.
Yeah, I mean...
They weren't
what-
like,
what
yeah,
do you-
we
what-
don't know. They're like, yeah, more than likely he got eaten by a shark.
What
And I was
can
like,
you
holy
do?
fuck.
Why would you be like, yeah, there's still a chance? Like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like, for
unless
you to be
this
like,
guy's a fucking strong-ass swimmer and he didn't get eaten by a shark. Like,
he's like on a fucking, well, he wouldn't be on an island because that whole island's inhabited. So like somebody would have found him.
right. Oh, well, how far away was it from the coast?
I don't know. That's a great question. It wasn't that far.
I mean, if it's
But,
an
like, I
area
don't-
that's like known to have
dude,
a lot
even
of
if
sharks,
it's-
it's got to be close by.
Yeah, but even if it's 2 miles from
Right.
the coast, like you're not swimming that.
Do you know if it was like
unless
on the
you're
way
good.
to the Bahamas or like from the Bahamas?
I don't know. I don't know if they were on like I think they were already at like right there at like the islands that are there, and then they're going by it. I forget what the one island's called. I just saw this like 10 minutes ago. I was reading the story about it,
That's fucking
or 20
nuts,
minutes
though.
ago before this. But
That's like my biggest fear, dude.
what? Getting lost at sea?
Being in the ocean, like without any like without anybody there with me. Honestly, if someone was swimming right next to me, I'd be fine. But I could not swim in the ocean by myself. Fuck that. I don't
Dude.
even like swimming in lakes by myself.
That's fair. No, I totally understand that. Is it because?
Just the fear of something touching me.
Oh, really? That's it.
Yeah. Well,
What about like in a
okay.
river though?
the place that we went camping to a place
Yeah.
by a lake.
The place like you and I went?
Yeah.
That same one?
It was the same place, but it wasn't when I was with you guys. But I was
Yeah.
swimming in that lake before,
Mhm.
and a fish touched my foot, and I freaked out, dude. I was did the fastest backstroke you've ever seen. I was like, fucking. I was like, dude, get away from me.
What were you afraid of?
I
Like
don't
it being
know,
like a
dude.
shark
I
or
don't know.
pulling you
It's-
under?
It's an
or-
in the moment thing. It's not like because like I can tell you like yeah, if it's just a fish. Right now, I can say that, but like,
Yeah.
it could be anything in the moment. That's what I feel.
That's
like.
how my brother is, but dude, he freaks the fuck out when like a fish touches him in like the river, so, like when he can't see because
Right.
like rivers are super dirty.
Well, that's what it
Usually
is.
lakes are
Yeah,
super dirty
lakes,
too.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Listen-
really bother me, other than like if I do feel a fish, I'm like ugh, and I like kick it.
I think I've gotten over it because that was a while ago. That was like probably 4 or 5 years ago. But because I went kayaking in a river and like I purposely flipped over the kayak and then I just kind of like grabbed onto somebody else's and just kind of like floated in there. And no, like yeah, I wasn't like scared something was gonna touch me. I was also constantly moving though. Maybe that was a factor.
Do you know what a banana boat is?
Kind of. I thought it was a brand. Isn't it a brand of a?
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's a brand, but like an actual banana boat.
It's like a canoe, isn't it?
No, not really. So what it is, at least in the sense that I know it, is there's like a jet ski that pulls what is called a banana boat. So there's a jet ski, a line connected to this banana boat, and it's two inflated tubes that look like bananas, and then in the middle there's like
oh yeah.
like a little like catch basin kind of thing.
Right, it looks like a banana split.
Pretty much, honestly. I did that when I was a kid. It was like my mom, my dad,
Wait,
me.
sorry. Say again. What is on top of the banana-looking things?
No, okay, so there's two inflatable things on the outside, one here, and then in the middle it's kind of like a catch basin
Between them or like
Between
resting?
them.
Okay.
between them. So I think I'm not sure if it's touching the water or a little bit above the water, but like water doesn't go over it.
Yeah,
it's like
probably a little bit
protected.
above. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a little bit above the water, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But I was like 8 years old or some shit, and my sister, I don't know, 9 years older than me, so whatever that makes her, 17, something like that. And then my parents, and I think there was like 6 of us in total, so I don't remember who the other 2 people were. But dude, I like almost fell off, and I was like, oh no, fuck no. So I went in the middle because I was 8, and I was like, nah, I'm not, because we were like out in the ocean. It was out in the ocean. I was like, fuck no, I'm not falling off this motherfucker. And then she gets launched off, and we're like, oh shit. And they're like, okay, if somebody falls off, wave your arms. So like, I know the jet ski guy. So we were waving our arms, dude. We just kept going. We kept going, and we kept going, and we kept going.
And stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
you have a life vest, but dude, we just kept going, and we were like waving our. We're like, what the fuck? Like, we can't get this guy's attention. He didn't look back.
You can't hear, right?
No, because not only like is it loud in the ocean, but then the engine of the jet ski, and you're not like super far off coast, but like, you're not gonna swim back. It's over a mile.
That dude was he not even turning around? Like, could you not see
No,
him turn around?
dude, it was like 4 or 5 minutes later. We were probably. She's like, from her perspective, we were like at least like a mile away from her. So we had to go back and like find her. It's not like we just turned around like, oh, there she is. It's like, no, we had to find her. It was sketch.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was your sister?
She's gonna watch this and be like, damn, I remember that, dude. Because I remember
Gave her
that.
PTSD.
Probably. I'd be scared as fuck. She's not scared of that. She's like tattoo of like a shark and like this ship on her leg and shit, and she loves sharks and all this shit. She's like, it was actually pretty peaceful. I'm like, you're fucking stupid as fuck, because I'd be terrified. Out in the ocean,
I can see it though.
I could see it being peaceful,
Yeah.
but like if you're scared to die, I'd be scared, because I'd be like, well, if they don't turn around, I'm going to more than likely die,
Right.
because you're too far away to swim in, and more than likely, like the ocean's gonna pull you out.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Is the current stronger the further you get out, like, or is it kind of like a middling point, like a not a gray area, but like, so from the coast, like the coast, I feel like it's stronger at the coast, right?
Yeah, one of my favorite things to learn about in college was this. We learned about like
Current and wake.
kind of, but we learned about like erosion of beaches, and specifically like at Erie, because like they have certain things set up, and they have like these levees or some shit that they call them.
Piles of rocks.
Yeah,
And the
piles of rocks,
piers?
and yeah, where they jut out to like protect
Right,
like the
right.
land and shit. But I would say it's definitely stronger on the coast. But then also, like, if you get caught in like a rip current, it sucks
riptide.
you. Riptide, yeah, it sucks you like straight out and shit. I've gotten caught in one once. Shit was wild.
What? How are they? Like rare? Or are they common?
I don't know how common they are. I want to say they're rare because I've only been caught in one. And I've been to the beach so many times.
It reminds me of what are those called? Whirlpool. It reminds me of like a whirlpool. I used to think whirlpools were such a bigger problem than they actually are.
Dude, that's the
like
same thing with quicksand.
Yeah, exactly. Like you see like fucking whirlpools in like, I don't know, like a game or some shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, next time you go to like Myrtle Beach, you're like, I don't want to get caught in a whirlpool. But really, yeah. I mean, I don't even think where do they happen?
Whirlpools?
Yeah. Why? Do
No
they
idea.
Yeah.
Why?
We should speculate though.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna try because I have no idea.